The Indiana Fever appointed Stephanie White as their coach on Friday, placing her at the helm of a team that features WNBA Rookie of the Year Caitlin Clark. White has dedicated the previous 2 seasons as head coach for the Connecticut Sun, concluding her tenure with the team earlier this week. A former standout player at Purdue, she was part of the Fever coaching staff from 2011 to 2016, serving as head coach during the final 2 years of that period. The Fever achieved the WNBA championship in 2012 while White was part of the coaching staff. I am deeply proud and honored to return to Indiana and take the reins of the Fever at such a crucial juncture in the franchise's history, as well as during a significant period for women's athletics, White articulated in a statement. This organization has consistently been dedicated to winning, and I anticipate working diligently each day to help secure another WNBA title for the most passionate basketball fans in the world. White succeeds Christy Sides, who guided the Fever to a 20-20 record during the previous season, marking the franchise's first playoff appearance since 2016. The organization has announced its decision to part ways with Sides, who served as head coach for 2 seasons before her dismissal last Sunday. Indiana is the initial team among 7 coaching vacancies within the league to appoint a new head coach. As we embark on this new chapter of Fever basketball, I am excited to welcome Stephanie back to the franchise, Fever President of Basketball Operations Kelly Krauskopf noted. Stephanie is woven into the fabric of this organization, both as a former player and a member of our championship coaching staff, thus I am well aware of her exceptional basketball acumen and leadership style. I am confident that no one possesses a better understanding of our culture or is more suitably equipped to elevate our group of players. Authorities in Indianapolis have charged a 55-year-old man from Texas with felony stalking concerning Indiana Fever star and WNBA Rookie of the Year, Caitlin Clark. Michael Thomas Lewis is alleged to have engaged in persistent harassment of the 22-year-old Clark starting on December 16, according to a court filing from the Marion County Prosecutor's Office released on Saturday. Jail records indicate Lewis is expected to appear in court on Tuesday. Lewis reportedly made numerous comments on Clark's X account, as revealed in an affidavit by a Marion County Sheriff's lieutenant. In one communication, he articulated that he had been driving past the Gainbridge Fieldhouse, any of the venues where the Fever hosts home games 3 times daily. In another message, he stated that he had one foot on a banana peel and the other on a stalking charge. Additional messages aimed at Clark contained sexually explicit content. These postings effectively caused Caitlin Clark to experience feelings of being terrorized, frightened, intimidated, or threatened, with an implicit or explicit threat also issued with the intention to instill reasonable fear of sexual battery in Caitlin Clark, prosecutors asserted in the Marion County Superior Court submission. The FBI discovered that the X account was registered to Lewis and that the communications were transmitted from IP addresses linked to an Indianapolis hotel and a public library in the downtown area. On January 8, Indianapolis law enforcement officers engaged with Lewis at his hotel room. He informed the officers that he was in Indianapolis on vacation. When questioned about the numerous posts he made regarding Clark, Lewis stated, "Just the same reason everybody makes posts, as per court records." He indicated to the police that he did not intend any harm and that he fantasized about being in a relationship with Clark. "It's an imagination, fantasy type thing and it's a joke, and it's nothing to do with threatening," he expressed to the police, according to court documents. In a motion to the court for a bond exceeding the standard amount, the prosecutor's office asserted that Lewis traveled from Texas to Indianapolis with the intent to be in close proximity to the victim. Additionally, the prosecutor's office requested a restraining order as a stipulation if Lewis is granted release from custody prior to trial. The prosecutors urged that Lewis be mandated to maintain a distance from the Gainbridge and Hinkle field houses, where the Fever conduct their home games. Officials from the Fever have not responded to an inquiry from the Associated Press for comment. The Associated Press awarded Clark the title of Female Athlete of the Year for 2024. Following her leadership of Iowa to the national championship game last year, she was selected as the first pick in the WNBA draft and subsequently earned Rookie of the Year accolades in the league. Angel Reese expressed a heartfelt message to Cameron Brink after Brink made an announcement concerning her immediate future with Unrivaled. The Los Angeles Sparks star was recently present at Unrivaled's facility, collaborating with the Lunar Owls as they prepared for the league's inaugural season, despite not participating this season. Brink was officially recognized as the league's first wildcard but is set to join Unrivaled in 2026 as she recuperates from a torn ACL sustained 15 games into her rookie season. During her time with Unrivaled, Brink contributed to the league's social media efforts and various initiatives while rehabilitating from her injury. However, it seems her association with the league has concluded, as she disclosed in a recent social media post. Her post on Instagram began, "Unrivaled was kind enough to allow me to still join even though I'm still fresh in my ACL recovery. I spent the first 2 weeks with my amazing team, coaches, and trainers, and I'm leaving feeling more healed and confident in my knee than ever." Brink also confirmed her return to Los Angeles, conveying a message to her teammates and fellow WNBA players involved in the emerging league. "I'm sad to be leaving due to work, continuing my rehab, and need to be in LA, but I will be back with my girls soon," she stated. In response to her online update, Reese, a prominent player for the Chicago Sky, took the opportunity to send a message to Brink as they parted ways. "Love you, sweet girl. Can't wait to see you again," Reese remarked on Brink's post. Reese was not the only one expressing well wishes to Brink. "Gonna miss you," Alicia Gray stated, while additional teammates shared emojis to articulate their sorrow regarding Brink's return to Los Angeles. Nika Moole added a succinct one-word comment regarding Brink's recovery, stating, "Soon." Despite the conclusion of Brink's involvement with Unrivaled until next year, the 23-year-old articulated her gratitude for the opportunity to be in the company of her fellow WNBA athletes during her rehabilitation from an ACL injury. She noted that being in the presence of her peers intensified her motivation to return to the sport. "Ultimately, I am incredibly thankful for having been in that atmosphere, as challenging as it was to be a spectator. It serves as a reminder that I am nearing a return to what I love," she reflected. Brink elaborated on her experience with Unrivaled while addressing reporters about her current status within the league. She explained, "I am not able to do a great deal. I'm truly grateful to be here, and my teammates have been wonderfully supportive, encouraging me from the sidelines. I haven't contributed extensively, but I am doing more each day." After facing some challenges the previous season, the Indiana Fever qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 2016, appearing to be a team on the rise. With over $650,000 available in salary cap space, they can pursue notable players to further enhance the organization's development. However, the concern lies in whether a new star can coexist in the limelight alongside Caitlin Clark, and if there will be adequate court time for other athletes to fulfill their potential. Last year, head coach Christy Side's rotations lacked adaptability, with Grace Berger and Victoria Saxton often remaining on the bench for the entirety of games. Berger participated in nearly 11 games last season, and Saxton engaged in only 9. It is apparent that retaining the two in Indiana is hindering their progress. Unless a change occurs, it may be more beneficial for both parties if the players seek opportunities where their talents will be more recognized. For the Fever, this situation would imply the availability of 2 supplementary roster positions, which may prove significant given that the prior management has placed the team in a somewhat precarious situation. The 2 players with the highest salaries are currently bench players, and due to the protection of their contracts, the Fever's financial flexibility remains constrained. While Katie Lou Samuelson contributes positively to the locker room dynamic, the Fever could potentially acquire experienced player Erica Wheeler, should they choose to re-sign the unrestricted free agent at a substantially lower annual compensation. Samuelson's performance on the court in 2024 did not substantiate a salary that aligns with what is typically awarded to all-stars. Damiris Dantas, the Fever's second highest compensated player, faced several challenges both on and off the court in the past season, hence it remains uncertain how she will perform if provided with a full training camp and maintains good health. These represent some minor considerations regarding team composition. The primary objective for the Fever will be to retain unrestricted free agent Kelsey Mitchell. However, is this the most judicious choice? Below is an overview of Indiana's approach to free agency, along with a more in-depth examination of the difficult decisions confronting the team. Kelsey Mitchell concluded the best season of her career, achieving personal records in points per game, 19.2, and shooting percentage, 46.8. Additionally, she concluded the season with her first playoff appearance. Mitchell demonstrated remarkable patience and resilience, having awaited 7 years for her inaugural opportunity to compete in postseason basketball, a quality that merits recognition. With Caitlin Clark managing playmaking duties, Mitchell can select her optimal scoring opportunities and evolve into an even more formidable offensive threat. The Fever could subsequently recruit Natasha Howard, most recently associated with the Dallas Wings, to occupy the power forward position, draft Isa Shivka, a 6'3", 19-year-old Slovenian shooting prodigy, and anticipate that their offensive capabilities can compensate for their defensive deficiencies. Should the Fever opt to core Mitchell, her potential salary could approach $250,000. Is this amount justified? Indeed. Yet, does this strategy align optimally with the Fever's needs? The answer is contingent. In the previous year, Lexie Hull emerged as the Fever's most effective perimeter defender. She took on the most challenging defensive roles on the wing, while also being a dependable three-point shooter, culminating in the most successful season of her professional journey. Notwithstanding Hull's contributions, the Fever ranked second to last in terms of defensive efficiency and opponent scoring per game. Consider the scenario where, rather than resigning Mitchell, the Fever opted to pursue new head coach Stephanie White's former associates, the WNBA dynamic duo of DeWanna Bonner and Alyssa Thomas. In such a case, Hull could transition to a guard position, while Lisa Smith would assume a bench role, benefiting from advanced basketball guidance alongside some of the sport's most elite forwards. Angel Reese ensured to convey a heartfelt message to Cameron Brink following her announcement concerning her immediate future with Unrivaled. The Los Angeles Sparks star was recently present at Unrivaled's facility, collaborating with the Lunar Owls as they readied themselves for the league's inaugural season, despite her absence from this season's games. Brink has been confirmed as the league's first wildcard, although she will officially join Unrivaled in 2026 while she recuperates from a torn ACL incurred 15 games into her rookie season. During her time at Unrivaled, Brink contributed to the league's social media initiatives and various engagements while undergoing rehabilitation for her injury. However, it seems that her association with the league has concluded, as she disclosed in a recent social media update.